Welcome to the NFT Podcast, Juliana, and I'm very happy to have you here. So, who are you and what you do?
Francesco, I'm so happy to be here with you. And I'm in Barcelona right now. It's not a lockdown yet, but it's gonna be, I think, soon because things are not good. But
Oh,
the good point is I can create art during this period, so I'm happy.
okay, so everything you need, it's okay, and that's perfect. And so, what kind of art do you do?
Okay, I think like my art, like I can do something like weird because it's in two subjects, right? You have this subject that I have since I was child, that it was my childhood with my father because I'm Colombian. I grew up in Colombia and right now I'm in Spain. I will tell you after why. But I suffered the violence of my country because my father was a journalist. And all this period, like 80s and 90s, were so difficult for my country. And my father did a lot of things, like they published a lot of newspaper against the mafias and everything. And unfortunately, he died, right?
Oh,
They killed him. So I have this this period on my mind, and that's why I'm creating a new beginning, like with the art. And then is the other that when my father was alive in Colombia, he loved bullfighting, like like
yeah,
Spanish
yeah, I know.
bullfighting, yeah. So he loves that, and in this period as a child you can go in, like I don't know, it's right now it's possible, I think no.
I
But
think
I
no,
remember,
yeah.
yeah, it's crazy. I remember in this period I could get in into the toros, and I saw and I get connect with the eye of the bull, and this is my art. Like uh, i'm
Wow,
not I'm not into the violence with animals. I hate it, but it's the life I had to live. I mean, I
wow,
was like 3 years or 4 years old and I couldn't choose what I like it in this period. So when I
wow.
was there, instead of like see this kind of dramatic thing, I fell in love with the bull, like with the physiognomy of the, I don't know if we can say that in English, but with the
Yeah, I
aspect
think so, yeah.
of the bull. And my art, it's a mix of this period. The bullfighting has a lot of mystic, a lot
Yeah,
of like magic things, a lot of
yeah,
belief, that you believe something that it's gonna like, it's like a kind of magic.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I grew up in this period, so for me the bull, it's like, for me it's amazing. Like, you have this animal who is fighting for his life, and he always is in the middle of the arena.
Yeah,
and
there.
and for me it was crazy. So that's why I fell in
Wow,
love with the colors red, black, and white, and my art begins with these colors
wow,
and
that's
with the
amazing.
eyes of the bull.
Wow, so you pick up a bad story, but now it became part of your art and part of yourself, part of your soul in everything you do, and I really can see it while seeing your art. And I think that the eye that you are mentioning is the one behind you, right? You've got an
Oh
eye.
yes, yes.
I can
This
see it
is
there.
the bull eye. Like, if you
Yeah,
turn on, you can see when the bull is gonna die, and the el torero is gonna put like the final estocada.
yeah,
The bull, it's with the open eye, like it's like
with the hope. It's
fighting for his life. This is, he's
wow.
proud of this. I don't know how to explain, but I
Yeah.
just, like, I fell in love with the bulls.
Oh, I
Crazy.
can feel it. I can feel it.
Because they
Amazing.
have
So,
fear. They are like, I don't know, nice.
wow. Wow, wow. This is one of the amazing story I hear about how do you create your art. And so I think that
Crazy.
that style that I can see in your art reminds me something. Can you tell us more about the style and how you develop and what's the story behind that?
Okay, the story behind it was I began to create a collection of like I paint jackets because I wanted to. Why you have this on your like living room and you can wear the art, you know. So
Yeah.
I began to paint jackets, and then I went to Wingwood in Miami. I sold them. I began to like doing this stuff, and in the same time, for me, not for everyone, just for me, I began to paint. And one day I had this kind of party. It was the birthday of the mom of my best friend, and she was like 50 years. So she did a big party with a long dress and Venetian mask with Venetian
Wow.
mask. Imagine that. So I say like Juliana, why I have to buy the mask? Maybe I can create one,
Oh.
and I did. So I was in the party, like it was elegant party with the dress and everything and the mask, like with my style, with like this kind of style. So I was with my mask, and then one girl, like she said me like, "Wow, amazing, nice to meet you. I'm Laura. I love your mask." And I say like, "Thank you. Um, where did you buy?" And I say
I
like, "No,
made
I
it.
did it by myself." "Oh, you are an artist." In this moment I wasn't an artist like right now, you know. In this
But
moment
you
i
realize
was
that.
I was like reborning. I don't know how to say that, but I was like in the way of I don't know what I can do with that, maybe, you know. And
Yeah.
I said, "Yes, I'm an artist."
Wow.
And
So
she fell in
you
love with the
realized
style.
it because another person told you, hey, maybe you are an artist. Oh yeah, I am.
I say I am because I have this since when I was like 3 years old. So I create these kind of things in my math books, in everywhere, everywhere.
Wow.
If you go with one guy who went to the school with me, he will say like, "Okay, this girl did this in all of the class." Like I
Yeah,
have this. I don't know. It's like I have this. I don't know how
I
to
have
explain. It's
this.
crazy.
I
It's
paint
crazy.
it everywhere, also on the own walls. This is why also you're like a muralist.
Yeah, I'm a muralist, but this is another history. This is crazy. But yeah, even I remember the mom's days. I did a draw like for my mom. I was like 13, and when I went to visit her like 2 years ago, she sent me like, "Look, is the one you have in the gallery?" And I was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy. I have
Oh
this. I have
wow.
some possession or ovnis on me." No, I'm joking. But yes, yeah, I have these like crazy. So yeah, this girl sent me, I have to talk with you the next day, and after the next day we talked like for 1 month. And after 1 month she says me like, "Okay, I have to introduce you this workshop where I kind of work. I'm a talent hunter. I don't know how to say that in English. Like
I
she
don't know
travels
too.
around the world finding young talents."
Ah, like a recruiter, like a
A
recruiter. You say.
recruiter, yeah, something like
Okay.
that. Sorry, my
Okay.
English is so Latina. Okay. So yes, she said me like, "I have to come with you. You have to come with me to this place. This place is gonna be really like explode your mind, but I think you have your the abilities and you have your own art, and we are searching for that." And I say, "Of course, let's do it." So the first thing, she never gives me the address, and I was like,
Hmm.
"Okay." So
So
she
a
says me like,
secret location until the
yes,
end.
it
Let's say.
was a secret location. So I was a kind of weird, but I love these kind of
Yeah.
adventures. You know, I'm all the time like doing these kind of things. Fortunately, nothing happened to me right now, but I like these kind of weird stories. You know,
It's your
so yes,
arena. It's your
Yes.
arena, like, yeah.
And and she says me like, let's go, let's meet it in the metro station. And I say, okay. So when I arrived there, we walk around and we arrived to a big house, and it was one guy, and he says me, hello, my name is om. And I was like, like the and
Okay,
how nice to
yeah.
meet you, in this moment, my artistic name, it was Juliana Plexxo, but I changed my last name because Plexo is the third chakra of the Indian culture.
Ah,
And it's like when you irradiate your power in the world. So I love this with double X. So my artistic name in this period, it was Juliana Plexo. So I
so
said,
you
hey,
added an X. You added an X just.
yeah.
Okay.
So I says like, oh, nice to meet you. I'm Juliana Plexo. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, welcome. This is the workshop of my grandfather. So he opened the door, and I look at a big picture, and it was four guys, and in the middle was like Salvador Dali. And
Ah,
I was like, okay, this is weird.
okay.
And he says
Okay.
me, look, he's my grandfather, and Dali creates his like his art in this workshop. And I say like, no, impossible, crazy.
No.
Yes. So he has, look, the picture is like just in the entrance, and it's in the same place when I was like stand up, like I was in the same place,
Wow.
like the picture. So
Ah,
I was
okay.
like,
In the same place where the picture was taken
where
years and years ago. Oh, wow.
exactly. So I was like, kind of, oof, this is hard, right? I couldn't process. I think I'm not processing right now. I'm still like, this is weird.
It's a dream, Marin.
Yeah, it's a dream. So yes, so after it happened again with Miro, for example, and I saw more of Miro because Miro
Wow.
and Joan Barbara is the grandfather of Om.
Wow.
Were together creating a lot of pieces in this workshop. Like it's crazy. They were like
Wow.
best friends. So yes, and then right now you can like, yeah, like all the famous artists from Spain, they are doing the art there because it's the only workshop who has the machines for the engraving. The
Oh, yeah.
engraving is
And the
the
engraving is your style, right?
yeah, engraving is my style, my
Yeah.
technique. I put that. That's why they wanted to take me to the workshop because they just have old people, so they want something young. And even if like it's better if the person is a woman, because there is not a lot of women in this world. Like if
Yeah.
you say like the best artist of the modern art, you say like, okay, where is the girls? Like
Yeah.
where are the
Yeah.
girls? No, they don't have like. So they wanted to perceive, like to have this technique for long time.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this technique but with my style and doing a lot of things like
Wow.
that.
So so wow, you are working in the studio of Salvador Dali, and you are taking this technique and you are adapting it to our times. And how? So what you are doing?
Okay, in this period, the engraving, it was so good. Like, for example, one museo will take one engraving because it was normal. Right now we have the, like you can see engravings in the museums or on some galleries, but it's not normal. It's not common that a young artist of my age do it. Like it's not common. So they are
You
trying
are the
me.
youngest. You are the youngest, you can
I'm
say.
the youngest girl. I'm the
Oh, proud of
youngest
it.
in the yes. I'm the youngest, and it's crazy because it's
It's
amazing because
crazy. It's
every time
amazing.
I have some inspirations of the best artists in the world. I mean, for this workshop were Picasso, Bouchard, Joan Plensa, Miro, Dali. It's
It's
crazy.
incredible.
It's
So
crazy. It's
it seems like you are going to be the next one.
I hope. I'm doing from my soul and my hair, so maybe.
We
No,
pray
but
for it.
I'm enjoying a lot what I do. The only thing I could be better is in my English, but I will try. I will try.
But you
Uh,
speak with your art, so you will learn
yeah,
English on the road.
I try. I try. I learning by myself, so it's weird. Yes, and then this technique, yeah, it's amazing. It's you need like a specific machine to do the engraving with the papers or the cam. No, no, it's like you cannot do it that if in another place. Like it's
Okay.
impossible because this machine doesn't exist anymore.
It's incredible. So it's an old machine, and so there is a sentence that you told me the other time when we met. So you are mixing the past with the future during this
Yes,
art, and we
yes.
can like so with it we can like open the topic of NFTs in the sense that how what everything that you are doing like a contemporary artist, like an engraving artist, that it's really an ancient technique, and a muralist too. How do you see all this jumping in the NFTs world?
I think for be excellent, you need to look at the past and take it in the present, but mix it in the future. Like
Yeah,
I'm doing the thing I am doing right now, it's like, hey, hello, world. Engraving exists.
yeah,
It's gonna exist and it's gonna be really good. Like it's
yeah,
not gonna die because of the time. Impossible because I'm here for that. The only thing is like you have to take the tools the time gives to you, and right
yeah.
now NFT is one of my tools. So I'm gonna mix the past with the future, doing like these engravings with my hands and everything, and then doing animation of it on it. So
Wow.
you have this engraving feeling because when you have an engraving, like I will show you, like it's like it's engraving. But what if I, for example, like give life to them? It's gonna be
Yeah,
crazy, right?
yeah. It's
So
gonna be crazy. So yeah, you can say that you use like traditional tools like this kind of machine for really because the kind of art that you always do right now, it's very physical. So like a muralist, you need the walls for what you do. You need the paper on all this stuff. But you can say that, so it's not so difficult from always from one like you that I never use digital tools. The only digital tool that you use, of course, they are the ones to communicate, like Instagram. But you never use digital tools. But you're saying that also for you, that until this time I've never used this stuff, you can switch it all your heart into a digital environment. So which kind of software are you going to learn to do this?
like it's simple for like for example, if you have I believe in NFT like a way to share something, right? You
Yeah,
share you share something like art, or you can share something else, because come on, the world is gonna change and we know
yeah,
it. And
yeah,
right now we have to accept and live in this period. But what happened? If you mix something that it was really good in the past, and it was the bomba, la bomba, like
la bomba, yeah.
enlightenment, since I don't know, every artist, every best artist in the world use this technique.
Yeah,
So what happened if you mix it? Like it's gonna explode your mind, man.
yeah, it's
It-
gonna
I
explode.
mean, of course. So I use, for example, one of my pieces I do with Cooper. You
Okay.
have to, you have to draw on the Cooper, cut the Cooper by hand. It's really, really nice because it's like, wow, it's amazing. And then you have to put acid on it,
Oh,
on the Cooper acid. Imagine you have to let it there like 4 days, and then take it, and then clean
wow.
it, and then
So it's
again
a long
cut it.
process.
Yes, and what happened when you have this piece like finished, like the end, like final piece, you have all this process, and then you have this piece of engraving, and you have to give your life to them, and
Yeah,
the only way to give life to a piece of art it's with the technology.
yeah,
Like you can, for example, yesterday I was watching something about Dali because he has like Parkinson or something,
yeah.
and it was the day of the Parkinson, and someone animate his voice and his body, and it was like Dali talking to the people who was with Parkinson, like
Oh,
this is the mix. Like
yeah,
you have this tool that you can empower your piece. You can
yeah.
give life with your, of course, with your brain, but you can like alive all this world. It's crazy. It's
It's
happening.
amazing. It's
Yeah.
amazing. So, like, you are going to like take pictures of what you take. So you before you're going to create your art in the same way you do, or you're
Mhm.
going to create it from the beginning, like with digital tools. No, you're going to create physical, then like take
I
pictures
will
of
have
it
the
and then
day.
animate them on the computer.
Yes, for example, Francesco, I did a wall in Wingwood, a big mural. It's like 10 meters of height. It's really
Wow.
big. I was really, really, really scared. I have to accept. But now, now it was really good. It's in the middle of Wingwood, the art district of Miami. I'm so happy to have a
Wow.
wall there because I'm next to the best artists of the world, or muralists.
Wow.
So I have an idea. So I take a good picture of this wall, and I animate with my iPad. It was my
Wow.
first NFT.
Oh, it was so you already minted your first NFTs, or you're going to mint it your first NFT with this technique. So it will be
I'm
your
gonna do a collection of engravings.
wow, wow.
And the best thing is that you have the certification of the workshop. Even if it's digital or is in the real life, you have this certification because you develop all the work inside of the workshop.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be crazy. That's why you have to mix the past with the future, because I
Oh,
think, yeah, it's gonna work.
I love it. And how do you so for you that you always see in your heart and you always seen that people can walk it through the city, can walk through the all the places where your art is around the world, and they can see them. They can see, hey, this is Juliana, and this is from where. And for you that you always seen your exhibition in this way, how is the fact that one day your art will be also digital, and but it doesn't have the same way of exhibition, so it's totally different. Do you like it?
Okay, I'm the one who thinks that everything in this world it's invented. Like everything in this world, it was created. It's
Yeah,
created now. You have it. For
yeah,
example, what about if you walk for Times Square? You think that these big screens that are not art? This is art.
yeah,
The
this is
only
art.
thing is that our mind, it wasn't in the same period that before.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
we always have this in this world. Like since we
yeah,
have the screens, we have art on in the screens. Like for example, you see like I don't know, in the metro station, I don't know, in UK or whatever, in New York or Argentina, whatever. You see all these animations of please take care of your personal things, and it's
yeah,
like kind of cartoons on everything. Come on, this is art too. This
yeah,
is art
this is
too.
it.
So,
Yeah, yeah,
I think the way of like introduce our mind of this generation, it's accept these kind of things like art.
yeah,
Like it's already there. Like you have, since how many times you have Times Square and you were like, oh my god, my neck, because you
yeah,
have a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of things. Like this is art. It's gonna
This
be
is art.
art. Like
Oh, I
for
love it.
example, the last time I was looking for he's a really good artist, Domingo Zapata from Spain, and he has in the screen of Times Square like his art, but in the screen, and it wasn't NFT like a boom. It was like 1 or 2 years ago. So
Wow.
right.
Wow.
The only thing is like right with NFT, all the people in the world have to accept that it's the progress of the change. It was before with the pop art, with the many things. We have to change the chip because how Picasso, for example, when he was like doing these realistic paints, he was like fed up and he says, okay, I'm gonna do cubism, and it was
Yeah.
of the era. It's like, man, I wrote, I read like Picasso draws like a child. It's like, okay, but look, how many times it have to be to accept it's gonna be art
Yeah.
until from this moment of
Yeah.
realistic things until COVID, and then like many years, and it's
Yeah.
gonna happen right now because right now we have the technology, so it's easy. So like that, like I speak, like I learn English by myself, like I don't know how. I really
By
don't
YouTube.
remember, but in my way. But in this period, Juliana couldn't because now the information it's open for
Yeah.
everyone. Like, and that's why NFT is gonna
Wow.
run. Like it's run, and like
Yeah.
yeah, it's expressed.
And there is like you are like putting me out a question that is, what's art for you?
What's art for me? Wow, this is
Yeah.
amazing. I think for C art for or no, I have to like the definition of art for me. It's gonna be in two phases. Like the first, like for the people who likes art. Like I love art because I connect with the picture or with the NFT or with the piece of art of the engraving. I connect instantaneously. I mean, this connection it's impossible to break up because you have like only this to like remember something or think about the I don't know, like it's
Yeah.
gonna open a way in your mind. That's art for the people who, for me, for Juliana who likes art. For artists, it's of course it's my life because it's my life. But for Juliana artists, is like art. It's like when you irradiate your power to the world. Like you have this and you have to do it. You have a done and you have to express
That's
yourself.
amazing. Yeah.
And that's why you connect because the painters or the artists are expressing something, and the people who like arts or something, they want this connection. If we don't have this connection, we don't have Picasso, we don't have Dalí, we don't have NFTs, we don't have murals, we don't have anything. I think
Yeah.
the sensation are humans. The
Yeah.
only thing it's digital is the way. So
Yeah.
for me, NFT is a tool. It's not the old art. It's a tool to express something.
Oh, that's amazing. I really think so. Yeah, I think that NFTs gave us the possibility to build a next generation community for all the artists around the world. And like, so for is this your advice that you will give to any other artist that want to start engraving? Imagine that now tomorrow will come to you a 10 years, 15 years girl and say, "Hey, I want to learn engraving. How can I do?" What's your advice for her?
Imagine, it's crazy. My advice is do it because this technique has to survive, and we are like not we are not a lot of people who do like
Yeah.
seriously of my age. I don't find somebody
No
who
one. No one.
no one. And yes, I think it's gonna be there forever because there are many people like me or like yeah, like young people who likes the past but
Yeah.
gonna stay in the mood,
Sure. So very maybe yeah, very few hundreds of people that do engraving, or really do you think less of few hundreds people that
No,
do
I
engraving?
think more than one, more of, I think hundreds, but the problem is
Hundreds.
that they are not
They they
okay.
they
And
don't know each other. They don't even know each other.
yes, the problem with the engraving technique is like you can do like you can do it by digital. You don't need
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
kind of machines that, and it's difficult to find the machines like the
Yeah.
for engraving. Only the universities or the museums or some workshop like mine, they have it, but it's difficult to like to have this
Yeah.
machine in your home. It's the same in like you don't lose time, like they
Yeah.
think that you don't lose time and you do by digital, like
Sure.
impress or copies and everything. But
Yeah.
the problem is the machines. Are the machines?
Yeah.
I think I don't know. But there are a lot of people who do that. In the universities, they teach you that. They still
Ah,
teaching you. Yeah.
so for any people that want to do engraving, let's just talk with Juliana, and she will help you doing this, because it's really, I think it's an amazing art, and it doesn't need to die. I think it brings a story with you, an history of generations before us, or Hispanic generation that do amazing work. So thank you for sharing this, and I really hope that you will mint your first NFT in the best way. And as we said before, you can ask me or other guests like some advisors to which are the best platforms. And
Perfect.
please
I need
keep,
help because I'm new on
yeah,
that. I think it's gonna explode more. Like, but I need like more
yeah.
examples.
Yeah, and my personal advice is for you and for everyone that want to join this world is just subscribe and join every NFT platform, because we don't know which are the best, which are going to survive in the next years, and a lot more are going to burn every day, not every day, but maybe every week, every month. So thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Francesco. Muchas gracias. Grazie mille. And yes, of course, I will do it. And it was a pleasure.